welcome back to another video. Today we're going to look at Agile wins, which was added in with this most recent patch for two-handed weapon. Before, it was something where when your whirlwind procced, you would get like armor and movement speed or something, and they switched it to this. So whirlwind has a 25% chance to spawn a wind gust. Collecting it grants 30% movement speed and attack speed that exceeds the cap for 8 seconds. Multiple stack, but the duration is not refreshed. And you can see the changes here. You can go from 10 to 20 to 30. So pretty big deal. So we're going to turn this off, and then we're going to go and do a nice little DPS test. We're also on full graphics. Talked about that in the last video to mix things up. I think I should choose to not stand in the Defiler, that little stuff you see on the ground. Yeah, and I might actually turn graphics back down again because it almost looks like, because of the AoE around me, it almost looks like I'm standing in Defiler, but I'm really not. And you can see that I don't have the Defiler buffs on me, so Defiler on the boss, but I'm not standing in it, just to try to get it consistent. If the damage is all over the place, I guess I could just take the item off, but I want to just kind of leave it for now. And we're going to go up until 60 seconds. I know damage is still changing, and I'm not at like the complete peak at 60 seconds, but I think it's good for a test. So we are doing 385, I'll call it 385. All right, and just take a little peek. Shows you how good Defiler is. Defiler 11% of my damage. I'm not even standing in it. When you stand in it, you get overkill, and I think that's what takes me to 400. So anyways, let's see. Rudolph's Reckoning, we're still wearing that right now. I need to switch that out with a Slayer belt in the future, so that'll come up. But against a single target, it's only 3% of the damage, and yeah, we might forge that eventually. But let's go over here. So in this one, I'm going to try not to stand in Defiler, because that'll probably mess up my test. But we are going to run around and pick up the Agile wins. If I had the Scoot pet, he would do that for me, but we ain't there yet. So here we go. We'll go for 60 seconds. We'll pick up those with the minimal amount of movement. Also, I haven't seen what the Agile wins look like with a full graphics. Now, obviously, when it first spawns, it has the green circle on it, so it's easy to spot. But if you delay picking it up a little bit, the green goes away, and then it might be hard to see with all of my full effects and graphical noise going. So we're about halfway. Remember that the buffs stack, but they don't reset the duration, which is pretty huge. I don't necessarily tell that I'm proccing more whirlwinds or anything, because I think whirlwind happens every 8 hits or every 4 hits, something like that. You get a whirlwind, and so if my attack speed increasing significantly, that goes up, but I assume that it is. And then if I ever finish leveling up my rage core, I can get another 25 overcap attack speed. So we are at a minute. Okay, 420, 424, 380 to 424. That's your new skill. Two-hand just got stronger. 380 to 424. If you are fancy and you get the, come on, and you get the Scoop pet, you throw him in your forge, which I'm nowhere near. I think I like getting close to level 10 forge. But if you got him running around picking up Gus for you, you got Jacko with the pumpkins. That's nice. That's gonna be nice. Hopefully they rerun the Jacko pet. Hopefully they rerun that pet. He's on farm, he's not wearing it. Here we go. Pumpkin aura. Throw pumpkins, stepping on these 10% overkill for 5 seconds, can stack. Like, that's pretty crazy, but I joined right during Halloween, so I missed this guy. But just food for thought. I'm going to do one last run before I wrap the video we're going to stand in the overkill, and we're going to try to pick up the wind gust, because why not? I was thinking about just doing the agile winds in this video, but overkill is such a big deal now that it was buffed. Now, one thing I've noticed with this dummy, if you stand too close, your character will stop attacking. I guess it messes up the line of sight or something, so I want to be close enough to stand in the goo, but not so close that I stop attacking, because that'll screw the damage. The heal on the Defiler is also significant too. It gives you, I think, regen. But we can see by our buff that we're standing there. You do have some gaps of agile winds not proccing, or maybe it's getting buried under other visual effects. So RNG is definitely a factor. But give you something to do. I think it's kind of interesting that they put what is essentially the Warglave's mechanic onto another weapon. I think a lot of times when a developer makes a new tool, they want to play with it and use it in other stuff. So, not a complaint. I just think it kind of takes a little bit of the flavor. But I mean, it's not like this didn't exist before with the jack-o'-lantern pet. You're running around picking up stuff. I think agile winds would have been an amazing skill for bow, because with the recent buffs on bow, you do more damage per pet. The faster you attack, the more wolves you can proc, and that way, the wolf one. So alright, as you can see, we're at 462 up top on the DPS. I know it went over a minute, but you get the point. But yeah, so I think agile winds would have been cool on bow. I think agile winds almost feels like something that should be like a skill that's attached to an item, more so than like a mastery, but whatever, it all works. It all works, it's fun, gives you something to do. As always, appreciate you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. But look at that, 460T. We're slowly getting there. The more I climb, the harder it is to get to squeeze more damage out of spots. I think, let's take a look at the mounts before I wrap the video. But so we just got the last upgrade on Armored Tiger, and then we're gonna get crit damage eventually. I think I get about 100 to 150 of these per day, but that's because I've been doing a lot of fishing, and I'm gonna level up fishing at the reset today, so that's gonna slow down. I'm only gonna pick up reds. What else? White mane. I think the hit point regen would be nice. All damage isn't huge for me, but it is something. Noble knows all damage is something. The luck is gonna be wasted when we get our clover up to full, but I guess it wouldn't be that bad, because when I'm not wearing clover, I guess it'd be nice to have a little bit of luck on me. With the goat, the resilience would be nice. That would probably put me at cap resilience, gold drop, whatever. With this guy, Shivermane, I'm not gonna see that for a while. I'm not gonna see Hydra for a while. I hope this event comes back. I think this might be the next event if it does rerun. There is a chance that these events don't rerun, so we'll have to see how that goes. But he's got the mastery boost and the armor pen. That's a big deal. Also, he's got an attack skill. Petrified Stone Guard, Slayer. I have 10k currency for this guy. I need 7k currency, so I think 2 months to finish this. 2 months or so to finish that guy. So it's gonna take so long. And then these are in the shop. I kind of wish they added these to the leaderboard. They had, what did they have? I think Armored Tiger and the Bone Raptor were in the leaderboard. That might be wrong. I know Bone Raptor was, but they were in the leaderboard shop. They were in here, I think. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm saving all this currency. If a mount gets added there, that would be cool. But anyways, I'm rambling. As always, appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.